Welcome to Cozy Bedtime Stories. Are you ready to immerse yourself for the magic that's about to unfold? Let's dive straight into this magical story. The Moonlight Apothecary, Chapter 1. The Midnight Market. In the quiet town of Wisteria Hollow, a peculiar market came alive once every full moon. Hidden beneath the silvery light, it appeared in the meadow just outside the village. This wasn't an ordinary market. It was a place where magic and reality blurred. Clara, a young apothecary, had long heard tales of this mystical gathering but had never dared to visit. Her grandmother, a famed healer, often warned her, "Magic demands respect. Don't seek it unless you're prepared to pay its price." But one chilly autumn night, curiosity got the better of her. Armed with her leather satchel and an adventurous heart, Clara ventured into the moonlit meadow. Chapter 2. The Stalls of Wonder. The market was everything the stories promised and more. Lanterns made of glowing orbs floated above intricately carved stalls. Vendors sold enchanted artifacts, talking tomes, and rare herbs that shimmered with an inner light. Creatures with scales, fur, and feathers from unknown realms moved among the shoppers. Clara marveled at the wonders until she stumbled upon a small stall tucked away in a corner. Its keeper was an old man with eyes like molten silver. On the table before him lay vials of liquid light and powders that sparkled like crushed diamonds. "What do you seek, young apothecary?" he asked, his voice deep and melodic. "I want to create remedies that can heal the soul, not just the body," Clara replied earnestly. The man smiled and handed her a tiny crystal vial filled with moonlight. "This is your first step. But beware, the path you tread is not without shadows." Chapter 3. The Moonlight Remedy. Back in her cottage, Clara couldn't stop staring at the vial. When she uncorked it, the moonlight spilled out like liquid silver, filling the room with a serene glow. It whispered to her, its voice soft and melodic. She mixed it with herbs from her garden, creating a salve unlike anything she'd ever made. The next day, she tested it on an elderly villager plagued by sleepless nights. To her amazement, he awoke the next morning refreshed and peaceful. Word of Clara's moonlit remedies spread quickly, and her apothecary became the heart of Wisteria Hollow. But with each use of the salve, Clara noticed the vial of moonlight dimming. Chapter 4. The Fading Light. The vial's glow had nearly vanished when Clara realized she needed more moonlight to continue her work. Returning to the meadow on the next full moon, she searched for the silver-eyed vendor, but his stall was gone. Instead, a hooded figure approached her. "The market gives, but it also takes," the figure said cryptically. "If you seek more, you must travel to the lunar glade, where the moonlight is born." They handed her a map made of shimmering threads. "Beware the shadows that guard the glade. They feed on doubt and fear." Chapter 5. The Journey Begins. Clara packed her satchel with supplies and set out for the lunar glade. The journey took her through enchanted woods where trees whispered secrets and rivers hummed lullabies. She encountered strange creatures, some friendly, others wary. One evening, she met a fox with fur like starlight. It introduced itself as Solis and offered to guide her. "The shadows are tricky," it said, "but they cannot touch those who carry the light within." Chapter 6. The Forest of Echoes. The path to the lunar glade led through the Forest of Echoes, a place where every sound was mirrored and magnified. Clara heard fragments of conversations she'd forgotten, moments of doubt and hesitation that lingered in her mind. The shadows here were formless, their voices merging with the echoes to create a haunting symphony. They whispered her fears. "You're not strong enough. You don't deserve this magic." Clara gripped her satchel tightly, recalling Solis's words. She focused on the villagers she'd helped, their gratitude and joy. The light within her pushed the shadows back, and she emerged from the forest unscathed. Chapter 7. The Lunar Glade. The lunar glade was breathtaking. Moonlight poured down like a waterfall, pooling into a crystalline lake. The air shimmered with soft light, and the ground sparkled as though dusted with stars. In the center of the lake stood a pedestal holding a large moonstone. As Clara approached, the lake rippled, and a guardian emerged, a being made of pure moonlight, its form ever shifting. "Why do you seek the moon's light?" the guardian asked. "To heal and bring peace," Clara replied. "Not for power, but to help those who need it." The guardian regarded her for a long moment before nodding. "Take what you need, but remember, true healing begins within." Chapter 8. The Shadow's Last Stand. As Clara filled her vial with the moonlight, the shadows reappeared, swirling angrily around the glade. They coalesced into a monstrous form, their whispers now a deafening roar. Solis leapt to her side, his fur blazing like fire. "Remember who you are, Clara. They cannot win if you stand strong." Clara closed her eyes and focused on the light within her heart. She channeled it into the vial, which began to glow brighter than ever. The light burst forth, banishing the shadows and restoring peace to the glade. Chapter 9. A New Understanding. The moonlight in Clara's vial was unlike the first, a deeper, purer glow that seemed alive. As she left the glade, the whispers of the forest were now harmonious, as if thanking her. On her journey home, Clara realized the guardian's words held a deeper meaning. Healing wasn't just about remedies or magic. It was about listening, understanding, and connecting with others. Chapter 10. The Apothecary of Light. Back in Wisteria Hollow, Clara's apothecary became known as the Apothecary of Light. Her remedies now carried a soothing warmth that touched not just the body, but the soul. The villagers found comfort in her presence, knowing that her magic wasn't just in the vials she crafted but in the care and love she poured into her work. Each full moon, Clara returned to the meadow, not to seek more magic but to honor the moonlight and its whispers. And every night, as she gazed at the stars, she felt the gentle hum of the lunar glade within her heart. Her journey had ended, but her story had only begun.